this one ain't either. Whew. Gotta get these lights right because my stuff is messing up. All right. May God bless him. Get a cameraman one day. A lighting guy. Something up with the light. And I need to go on TikTok.
Yep, 701.
Thank you. Thank you, mother. All right. Let me see. Oh. Okay, I want to make sure I can see everything. Yes. You would think I do this so much. I got this down, but no. Okay. All right, so I'm live here on TikTok now. I just got to get my light right with this because this is messing up my lighting. Nope. Wait a second. No, what am I? Hey y'all, I don't see any comments, so I can't see if y'all are saying anything. I'm so sorry. I just noticed y'all are on here. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Hey Jessica, thank you, girl, because I'm like, who on here? Oh, let me get my light right. Y'all see I'm got some stuff going on. What's up, TikTok? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. I'm talking about this light is sure enough not doing it justice, but going on. Hey Sandra. I think I remembered everything what we talked about earlier, so I will definitely make sure I announce it. Oh, y'all, I can't have this because this is just gonna be bothering me the whole night. I swear it wasn't this bad. I must have just did something and messed my lighting up. Ooh. Well, anyway, happy Monday to y'all. Happy opening tax season to everybody. Hope we get nice tax refunds this tax season. Hold on, I'm still trying to get this together. Please, hey Robert Ann, hey Nikki, hey Kiana, C Note, how you doing? Let me see who's over here at TikTok land. Hey, everybody, what is going on? I hope y'all are doing great. I'm always happy to be here with you guys. Please, as always, woo! That girl got good hands. I almost dropped my phone. If you guys have not followed me before, please follow, like, share. I can only get as large as you guys actually push me to be. So I appreciate you guys supporting. We want to get good information out and actually want to answer people's questions. All right. Ain't people tired of being lied to? Whew. Okay. I know I'm tired of hearing these stories. All right. So first, again, thank everybody for being here. Please drop your questions. I'm going to go ahead on and just run down a couple things with you guys. And as your thoughts trickle in, please ask away. All right. So nothing special this week other than today, tax season open. IRS was on that BS early today. Let me cover myself up some. The IRS was on that mess early today. They did not open up the portals to accept taxes until probably 11 or 12 o'clock. It was almost as if they were on a different time zone. I have, just for you guys to know, it's probably more information than you care about, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I do in my office, Diversified Services of Florida, we actually offer two forms of taxes, paid and free taxes. And both services we use the same exact software. I offer free taxes. Excuse me, I'm still trying to fix my light. I offer free taxes for the elderly and low income in partnership with the IRS. And I thought it was very funny how the free tax portal was open and available and was accepting taxes before paid clients actually, before their taxes went in. So I actually took a picture of it because I was like, I know somebody gonna say, oh, she's not telling the truth, but I'm telling the truth. My paid clients were still in transmit status, and my free tax individuals with the VITA program were already accepted. Some were rejected. Okay. So let's get to that really quick. So before I start reading y'all questions, If you have a PIN number, a 6-digit IP PIN, okay, that is an identity PIN that you get from the IRS, please have that handy and available and give to your tax preparer before they transmit the taxes, okay? It's a pain in the behind to have to go back and fix taxes that have been rejected. So if you by chance know that you have a PIN, please let your tax preparer know so that they can add it. If you want to get a PIN because you are a victim of identity theft or you think something is going to happen, you can request an IP, not ID, but IP as in P, okay? You can request an IP PIN and it will come to you. You will get a 6-digit code every single year from the IRS. And that is the only way that anybody will be able to do anything with your taxes, okay? So I'm gonna, she ain't gonna be mad because I don't know if she's watching or not. But I had somebody call me today and they're having an issue between two parents and children. And the parent put the IP PIN on the children's social security number so that nobody could file or do anything with that child's social. Now, their situation may be different than a lot of you guys, but if you are someone and you're having a custody issue or you're having something like that and you are afraid that somebody I got to fix my shirt, is trying to get your information from your child, they want to use that information, then please, by all means, you need to get the IP PIN that the IRS offers. Is completely free. You can just type it in on Google and put a PIN. You can put a PIN on you and everybody else that is actually putting that information into the system. It is a good way to protect the information. Okay, that's one. Two, some people are wondering why they have not gotten their advances yet. Okay, so I have been on the phone with the bank. Now, there are different banks out there that lend to different people. The largest bank out there is EPS, okay, or Meta Bank, all right? So if some of you have not gotten your advance that you put in to get now, it is not your tax preparer lying to you. The IRS opened up late, so a lot of banks are waiting before they agree to release the funds to you because, well, they want to make sure they can get their money back, okay, for the most part. So, and you know, until the IRS accepts these, nobody's going to be able to get their advance check, okay? Now that varies by location and bank, okay? So don't take that and say that's for everybody because I know some of y'all will run with that, okay? Let me see what y'all got really quick. Hey, Dwight, what's going on, Lakeisha? All right, Dwight says, I have a question. Is it true that if people already got the old stimulus checks, they have to pay it back when they file taxes? That is not true. You do not have to pay it back when you file taxes, but you need to know that your stimulus check, your third stimulus, your EIP, that is an advance credit. So you got that ahead of time. So if you did not get it and had to get it now, it will be included in your taxes now. But since you were paid it in 2020, your tax refund, will already be reduced that amount. You won't know it or see it because your tax preparer probably won't turn that screen around to show you what your taxes are going to be until you answer all the questions. And one of the questions they ask is, did the individual, good, because I got to hide my shirt. Did the individual receive their $1,400 EIP, recovery rebate? And most of y'all did. So no, it will not. You don't have to pay it back. It is already out of your taxes. Okay. So I thought I had a mouse. I don't know. I hope I answered your question, Dwight. Oh, I can't see it. Okay. All right. That's Mon Dukes in the back over there being thank you, just my security. All right. Let's see. Violet says, and I'm gonna get to TikTok, y'all, in just a second. Hello, has IRS gave any news on when they will release the tax refund checks from last year? I still haven't gotten my money. I know y'all are mad about not getting y'all money. So the IRS is really they're going to say that they're releasing the money as it goes. Now, of course, you know they will offer the holiday season. People that are back to work now. So I have not read anywhere yet that they have started issuing refunds from last year. I believe they are getting geared up for this year. I would suspect that they will probably start now that the season is open. So I would say wait until next Monday, Violet, and let's see if they give any new information, because they have not given any new information as of that. Okay, so if you guys will notice, and some of you will notice, and some of you may not. But if you go to where's my refund and you're looking for your refund from last year, you are going to see that it may say they can't find your information. Incorrect information. They're going to start asking you for additional stuff. That doesn't mean that you did something wrong or that your tax preparer did something wrong. The system has just moved over, and now they're only, you can only find information for the new upcoming tax season for some reason. So I don't know if there's a break in that and it's going to come back online. I'll give information once I find out for sure from the IRS. But if you do go on there and you don't see your information, please don't beat anybody up. Okay, it's a system glitch. All right, so give me a second. Let me see what y'all got over here at TikTok. Thank y'all, all 189 of y'all. Please keep sharing the video. This is how I grow, and this is how I get to answer y'all questions. Okay, so everybody, this is my teacher. Oh, thank you, Big CG. Let me see. Are they garnishing taxes this year for student loans? No, they are not garnishing your taxes for student loans. They will be garnishing if you have child support. So that is the only thing, okay? Now, they will go back to garnishing. I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to me closely, okay? They will go back to garnishing student loan tax refunds from, excuse me, let me say that again. They will go back to reducing your student loans, reducing your tax refund, due to student loans on May 1st, okay? So May 1st is when you start making your student loan payments again. If you have a student loan debt and you have not filed taxes by then, they will resume and will take your refund. So I'm telling you to tell somebody that if they owe student loans, you have a small window of time because you want your refund to come before May 1st, because May 1st, it will be taken. Okay, this is not coming from my mouth. This comes directly from the Department of Education. All right, so I'm gonna say it again because I know I was a little tongue-tied. I've been talking all day. So May 1st, that's when you resume paying your student loans. If you still owe student loans, meaning you're negligent, you are in collections, you haven't paid, you have a debt, they will start taking your tax refund if your tax refund crosses the system on May 1st. Okay, so that means you need to get your taxes, get on the phone with your bosses and tell them you need them W-2s ASAP. Okay, now FYI, if you have children, meaning anyone who is claiming to earn income tax credit, so that's if you have a children or any type of dependent, by law they cannot release the first tax refund from 6 weeks from today. That is why you will not be able to receive your tax refunds until March, because they have to wait 6 weeks. We basically got maybe a week and a half in this month, and all of February is gone. It's a short month. So the first checks will not go out until the first or the second week. Now, mind you, I'm never going to be 100% correct because the government changes all the time. I would not be surprised if a few people get their checks here and there, but the majority of everyone will not see their money until March. Okay, they have to wait 6 weeks from opening date. It has always been that way. That's why we want tax season to open up sooner so you can get your refund faster. But now they're opening it up later. Okay, so 6 weeks from today is when you will see the first refund. All right. Let's see. Let me go up and see if y'all sent me anything else. Again, follow, share. Thank you, people, you guys on TikTok. Let's see. When will tax refunds start going out? Okay, answer that. Do you have to pay back the child tax credit? It depends. That's a great question. You do not have to pay the back. Oh, let me take it back. Let me rewind. If you were overpaid the child tax credit, yes, you are to pay it back. But the IRS has implemented a waiver that we don't see it. It's built into the software that if your income is at a certain threshold or lower, that if you end up owing, then they will automatically wipe out what you owe because of your income. Okay, so I hope y'all got that. Now, y'all know I talk fast. Anybody that knows me, y'all know I can go. So I'm gonna say it again. If you owe because you got overpaid the child tax credit money, You may or may not see that you have to pay it back because they already have built in a waiver that if your income is at a certain level or lower, it automatically does not make you have to pay. Okay, so I got that from the website. So in the IRS website, all right. So as it stands, I've seen people who've actually gotten paid more, and now that we're filing, it's less, but their income is low. They're not getting a high tax refund, but they're also not having to pay any of that money back. Okay. So let me see. I don't want to miss y'all. Okay, answer that. It says, what if you need to get your PIN? If you need to get your PIN, you need to get it. If you need to get your PIN from the IRS and they haven't sent it to you in the mail, you can call, but they will send you one in the mail every year. And the IRS sends all of their documents out by January 31st. So if you guys are still waiting on that letter for your recovery rebate, if you're still waiting on that letter talking about your child tax credit, they have already mailed them out. It should be to you by January 31st. Okay. That's the rule for everybody. Even your W-2 should be to you by that time. All right. So it says people accepted already. I know. Good. I hope you guys are getting y'all tax refunds. Hey, Chantel. Okay. It says, are the stimulus considered income? No, the stimulus is not considered income. I think people they read if you don't understand accounting and how some of the things that we in our mind look at banks and we see debits and credits one way, the IRS, they see debits and credits somewhat a different way. So it's no, the stimulus is not considered income at all. It's not considered income for Social Security. It's not considered income for Section 8 or any of for food stamps, none of that. So no, but you do have to report it because it's called checks and balances. The government wants to make sure that you got the money that you deserve. That is the only reason they're asking for it. Now, if it lowers your tax refund, you need to remember it's because it's an advance on what you would have gotten this tax season. Some of y'all want it both ways and you can't have it that way. It's an advance. Nobody gets mad about the child tax credit payments and it's an advance, but y'all don't get mad because you know you're going to get more at the end of this time. But your stimulus, it's opposite. You don't get anything now. They've already gave it to you. Okay. So I hope I explained that to everybody. All right. It says, if you file early, will there be a delay in a refund? No, actually there is no filing early. You can file right now. And there's still no telling when you're going to get your refund versus somebody that files next week. I can tell you because I deal with, I do the free taxes and I have the elderly individuals that'll come in and they file at all times of the year. And some of them still have not gotten their refunds. Some got them almost right at 6 weeks. So it's really a hit or a miss. Okay. I'm sure the IRS has a method. Supposedly it was supposed to be based off of income. Did they like to, push out money first to those in lower income? But I don't think that applies with tax refunds. Okay. That did with stimulus, but not here. All right. It says Bella said, I just started working this month. Can I file taxes? Yes, next year. You cannot file taxes this year. The only way you file taxes if you did not work a job, a W-2 job, is as long as you can show that you made at least $400 in self-employment income, you can file taxes. Too many of you are giving your kids to other people because you think you can't file taxes, and that is not true. All right. $400 is all the IRS says. You have to be able to report to even start a credit. Okay. Some of you got 3 and 4 kids and you're giving them to someone else when this year would be the time to use it. And I'm going to tell you why, because you will never see these numbers like this again. And I'm going to say, if y'all been paying attention to the news, y'all see Joe Biden around here looking like a sad puppy. Why? Because all of the things that he said he was going to get and promises he was going to be able to do, it's not happening. And I'm not saying that it's his fault or anything, but I'm sure that it has to be very disappointing. Okay. I hate when I give y'all bad information. So I can imagine how he must feel to the whole world. All right. But right now, he's basically saying we're going to continue this Build Back Better bill, but we're going to try to go after things that we can obtain. And the child tax credit payments are, I would say, 90% out of the bill. Okay. So I would tell you guys not to look forward to it, not to think any more about it after this tax season, because this could be it. Okay. So I'm saying that to say that this could also be the last season that you guys get a very high a tax refund, something that y'all may not know. And this is something that they're trying to put in the bill. This is not talked about very much, but this is going to affect almost all of you. If you are an individual that has a business and you file your LLC with your personal taxes, meaning you file your Schedule C with your 1040, because, well, in some of you it helps. Some of you don't work, so you need self-employment, right? But if they remove self-employment and make individuals file self-employment separate from their personal, some of y'all are going to be hurting because you will not have a tax to file. Okay, let me run that back. Okay, some of y'all don't work and you do self-employment. Somebody throws some numbers in there and you add your kids and boom, that's how you got money. Share this video, you guys on TikTok, please, so we can get more people to watch, because this is very important. Okay, and same for you guys here on Facebook and YouTube. But they are asking that this be put into the bill because they want to start getting more money back into the Treasury. So they're asking Joe Biden, they're asking the IRS to change the rules and make it so that if you are going to file self-employment or use a Schedule C, that it be filed separate from your personal taxes. So again, if you are an individual with children and you didn't work and you want to file your business taxes, you can. But you don't get to be able to claim those credits on your business taxes like you can on the personal. So there's no earned income tax credit. There's no child tax credit. There's no dependent care credit. So some of y'all gonna have to get a job, period. Why? Because there's not gonna be no tax. There's not gonna be nothing for you to claim at tax time. All right. Now, I'm gonna check my questions in a minute and then I'm gonna go over this W-4. I hope you're watching. She asked me to go over this, and I'm glad, because this is going to play into what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these taxes. So a lot of you guys are going to see that you're going to have to now update your 2022 withholding. Okay, those W-4s you had to do, those old ones where we had all the exemptions, that's not going to fly no more. They are making us update and change that. Okay, so let me see if I got some questions really quick, and then I'm going to talk about this form. All right. It says if you file, okay, all right. What's crazy is they sent it to my bank but never received it. What did they send to your bank, honey? I missed that. Y'all having a whole conversation over here. Okay. Oh, y'all dropping some questions over here. I love this. It says, why is IRS sending us the paper about child tax credit? They're sending you that paper about child tax credit for checks and balances. They want to make sure that you put in the right amount. And if you cannot remember, I had all my tax appointments today. Nobody remembered how much they got for the stimulus. Nobody remembered how much they got for the child tax credit, and they came with no letters. That's why the IRS sends it, so you don't, one, hold your tax preparer up, two, put in the right amount of numbers so that you cannot hold up your refunds. Some of y'all are going to hold up your own refund this year because you didn't wait, you couldn't remember the numbers, and now the IRS got to go and verify, and that's going to take who knows how long, because now you're going to go sit in this pile when you was over here in this pile, and your tax refund going to take forever, and you're going to wonder why. Well, that's going to be one of the reasons why. So I tell you, please wait if you don't know those numbers, but if you do, file. But if you don't know them, you need to, golly, I'm telling you, this light making me mad, y'all. Y'all need to know them, because you do not want to delay. All right, student loans, they're not taking anything for student loans. If you guys are talking about the student loans having to do with the schools, I hope that you guys are applying for your forgiveness. Your forgiveness or getting these student loans discharged. Okay, it says my baby mama received the child tax credit last year, but I get to claim him this year. What happens if somebody else claimed the child last year and now it's your turn to claim the child this year? You will get the full credit. Okay, they are not going to count what the other person has got, because it has nothing to do with you. So if your daddy or your mama or your baby mama, whatever you want to call them, claimed them last year, when you go this time, you'll get the whole credit, whether it's $3,600 or $3,000. Okay. It says, if I file married but separate, should that affect my return? No, it doesn't. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Please do not be trying to do married filing separate and you and your spouse is using the same address. I'm going to need y'all to play the game just a little bit better. Okay, so if you're going to be married filing separate, that's your business. But IRS says y'all supposed to have been separated for at least 6 months, and you need to have a different address, okay? So somebody need to use one and somebody need to use the other. So that means somebody's head of household and then the other person is married filing separate, all right? 2 people can't be married filing separate unless y'all don't have no dependents, all right? But it doesn't affect. But I will tell you this: if you are married to somebody and they have an issue with child support, you need to decide if you want to file taxes with them or do you want to file separate. Because if not, it could affect your tax refund, especially if they, even if you file with someone and the student loan debt comes back. If you guys have your refund together, then your refund is going to be taken. And then you're going to have to put in an injured spouse form and ask the IRS to review your taxes and separate how much you would have got versus how much that person would have got. So if you know your significant other got some drama going on, I would say do not file with them and save yourself some headache, all right? Because you need your money. It says, I didn't get my child tax credit. My 2020 return was released December 24th. It says, am I to do anything additionally? No, you don't need to do anything additionally. You just need to put in that you did not get those payments and you will get the full credit on your taxes this year, okay? It says co-parenting and child tax credit. Co-parenting and child tax credit does not have to be hard. All it needs to be is one person got the payments and the other person's going to get the payments this time, okay? Now, how y'all figure out how you're going to split the money, that's between y'all. The IRS don't have nothing to do with that. They just going to give you the check, all right? It says, hello, I never received my 2020 taxes or stimulus. When I check where my refund, it says it's processing. Well, luckily you got it saying that it's processing. If y'all want to call the IRS, you can, but you need to call them in early in the morning around 7:30 or 8 a.m. That's when the lines are less busy, okay? So yes, you should call. There is not a refund calendar just yet. So basically 6 weeks from today, it's going to be the first week in March. You can start watching your refunds there, okay? So let me get to this W4 form, all right? Because I know a lot of people get intimidated by this form, and it is a little bit intimidating. First, let me just say that if y'all will notice, the difference between this form and the forms that we used to be able to do our exemptions, you used to be able to claim personal exemptions. So I've seen people put 10 exemptions and now you got no money coming out your taxes, or you put, or you put 0. So more money can come out of your taxes. They are not doing that anymore. Okay. Trump enacted the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, the TCJA, and what the TCJA was part of what it was done. It was meant to do a lot of things, but when as it pertains to taxes, what he wanted to happen was he didn't want you guys paying IRS more money than you should, and he also didn't want IRS having to owe you money every year, because that means you overpaid into the government. So when you guys fill out this form, and you probably don't know this, but the IRS has a refund calculator that you can take your W-4, you take your last year's taxes, and you plug in the information from your taxes into the calculator, and it will tell you what to put on the form. This form is basically your taxes on 2 pages. This is asking you, do you work more than one job? Are you married? It also asks if you want to put in for deductions for mortgage, personal property. So basically all the questions that your tax preparer asks you outside of your W-2, that's what this form does. And the reason that this form is asking you those things is because they don't want you to pay any more than you have to. So if Trump had it his way with this form, when you file taxes, and this is if you had no children, your taxes should be $0, meaning you don't owe the IRS anything and the IRS doesn't owe you anything. The only people that should be receiving money from their tax refunds are individuals with dependents. That's the only reason why you can't write in how much money you want them to take. If you notice, when you use this form, a lot of you guys are owing taxes. A lot of you guys are owing taxes because you probably didn't even notice that there's a third page that allows you to answer more questions so that you can decide if you need to take more or less out of your check. Okay. It's not the easiest form to follow. And I know HR doesn't like to help you, but the IRS does have a calculator that will help you fill this out and put the numbers in so that you don't have to be lost on, filling out this W-4. Okay. So and I hate to be the person always to give the bad news. It seems like I'm always giving bad news, but I just try to give y'all the truth. These tax refunds are not going to continue to be so high if we don't have new legislation to change these amounts. Child tax credit is not going to be there. Yes, we increased the child tax credit limits, but we don't even know if that's going to roll over to next year. We don't know if 3,000 and 3,600 is stuck. It may go back down to the limits that it was before. So please don't just blow off your money that you get. You may need to hold on to it, because if some of these rules get implemented, some of y'all probably won't see a tax return for a while. Okay. Or if you do, your tax return is going to be very small. All right. So this is just stuff to think about. Okay. So it says, my second question, how does someone could be able to file taxes early before? Individuals that file taxes before January 24th, all they did was put that information in and it was held in reserve. Some tax offices have the ability to cut an individual a check based off of an estimate of what the taxes are. Not every place can do that. The IRS did not accept those taxes until today, Dwight. They may have allowed them to get an advance check early, but they did not accept those taxes until today. All right. I just started working. Okay, we already answered that. If I work in 2 states, do I have to file in both? Yeah, I would file in both states to be legal. Remember, checks and balances. Okay, just because you worked and you didn't file taxes, that doesn't mean that your employer that paid you didn't report to the IRS that they paid you. Of course, they're going to report, because they want those credits. They want all of those credits so they can owe the government as little bit of taxes as possible. So they're reporting on you. So you also need to report. Now, I know y'all don't want to do it because it lowers your tax refund, but your tax refund is not supposed to be large. That's what I want y'all to understand. It's not supposed to be large. It is only a refund of what you paid in excess of what you should have paid. That is it. So people walking around here with $7,000, $8,000, that's great. But that either tells me you either, one, got a lot of kids, or two, you don't know what you're doing and you paid them way too much money. Okay. So if you got businesses, that's different. We're just talking about personal taxes. Okay. All right. Let me see. And then I'm gonna go. Thank y'all for sharing too. I appreciate that. Oh, and thank you, Bella. Y'all gotta. I always forget this. Thank y'all. Please like, share, hit the bell, hit all them things they make you hit. Thank you. Okay. It says, so we have to file the stimulus money we got from the government. Yes, you do. You do have to report it's a recovery rebate. You do have to report it. They cannot do your taxes without it. And if you lie and put the wrong amount, all you're going to do is delay your taxes. So make sure you tell the truth. Okay. Okay. Refund calendar. If 2 people get the payment, yes, 2 people can get the payment for 1 child. Is my mom? It says, if my mom claimed my child last year and I claim the child this year, will this hurt her or me? I don't think that it's going to hurt either one of you, but you do got to realize when you start passing kids around like that, that's red flags to the IRS. Then that makes them want to go, well, who really has the custody of this child? Now, if you guys are like in the same address, I think you'll be okay, because it could make sense. Maybe your mom paid more towards your child's care than you did. But if 1 year y'all going back and forth, that could cause a red flag. But it's not going to hurt anybody, but it could possibly make you open for audit. Direct deposit is you can still do direct deposit. It could make your check come faster, but we don't know for sure. Hey, Tamala. Let's see. What's the website for the free laptops? Oh, you know what? And I sure did not. Oh, the website for the free laptops is Human IT. Human as in human being, and I as in the letter I, and then T. Human IT. That is the website for the free laptops. That's just one of them. You can also go through some of your cell phone providers, like I know Metro is participating in the Affordable Connectivity Program. So if you guys aren't taking advantage of that, you're missing out on free, okay, or lower bills. All right, we already not making the money, so you might as well cut your bills while the government is subsidizing them. It says, what's the number to talk to IRS? 800-829-1040. 800-829-1040. That is the number. Please call 7:30 o'clock in the morning. How do you apply for student loan forgiveness? Sandra, that's a long one. Now, because let me see what the time is, 7:35. All right. So before I get into the applying for the student loan forgiveness, all I'm going to say is all you need to do is send me a message in my Instagram, same name, Shamika Saves, and I will send you the link list. In that link list is a link for forgiveness for your student loans if your school closed. The application is in there. You got to fill out that 26-page application. Yes, it's a lot. You have questions, you can hit the link in my bio, hit me up. I can help you, assist you if possible. But you need to get the link list and stop leaving the money on the table, because that's 50% off of that's 50% off y'all credit. Most of people's credit is bad because of student loans and medical bills. And if they giving you a chance to wipe those off, that's 50%. Okay, so fix up your credit and get those student loans off of there. All right, let's see. Is the employee tax credit is going? Yeah, the employee tax credit is going. And I know a lot of y'all going to ask me about that COVID 7202 credit. That's there too, but you guys need to be careful. Don't have your tax preparer getting you $20,000 returns this year, especially if you don't got the kids to back it up. Why? Because they're going to be looking. Remember, 84,000 auditors, 84,000 auditors have been hired and added to the IRS. So y'all doing these Schedule C's, fine. But be mindful. You did not drive 100,000 miles this year with a daycare business, okay? You just didn't do it, all right? And they see that too. Y'all got to be smarter in some of these little games y'all be playing. So, if you want the money, that's cool. But you at least need to be smart with how you're getting it, because that's how you're getting caught, all right? Speaking of that, somebody asked me to go over how somebody got caught with a PPP fraud, all right? And I'm going to go over that real quick, and then I'm going to just get to y'all questions, and I'm going to be done tonight, all right? But this one really made me laugh, okay? So this is a real case. I read it this weekend, and this individual was trying to get about $2 million from PPP loans, okay? He said he had a company. He also said he had 247 employees. So cool, 247 employees. He got a business, great. He applied through the bank to get the loan. He told the bank that he was applying for a PPP loan for his 1099 employees. Now, somebody who knows taxes, or at least business structure, should have laughed as soon as I said that. And I'm going to say it again. He was trying to apply for a PPP loan on behalf of his 1099 employees. Well, you can't apply for a PPP loan on 1099 employees. They are their own business. So dumb, right? That's number one. Okay. That was a red flag for the bank to know that this was obviously somebody that did not know what they were doing. So the bank denied this individual. This individual did not take no for an answer and decided to go to another bank and run the same scam. 247 employees, 1099 employees. But now he got smart and said they are W-2 employees. So at least he fixed that. But then they asked him to send in his payroll to show how much these people get paid, so cool. So in this case document was the copies of the payroll. Lord, somebody should have slapped him with the payroll. They should have slapped him with this paper. I'm going to tell y'all what this fool put down on this paper. He put that each employee makes $7,200 a month. And out of that $7,200 a month, they put almost $5,000 of that dollars into retirement. And at the end of the month, each employee only has $136 to spend. What? Huh? So each employee had $136 to spend for the whole month. And he tried to submit that to a bank for the PPP loan. And this fool never got the money because he wasn't even smart enough to see what he was putting down on the paper. He was allowing his greed to make him chase after this money, and he didn't even make sure the paperwork was right. So I say all of that. Well, hopefully y'all didn't do that, but I say all of that to say the same thing can happen with these taxes. Please don't let your greed allow you to let them put down something that is astronomical. just because you trying to make an extra $2,000-$3,000, because you're gonna have to deal with somebody looking or coming to you asking questions, and nobody wants to deal with that part. So just be mindful and smart. Okay. So yes, I couldn't believe it when I read the case that fool, and he didn't get the money, and I'm thinking he went to prison for PPP fraud and he didn't even get any money. How embarrassing is that? Whew. Okay, so we gotta be smarter than this. Okay, it says South Carolina almost got 777. All right, so again, let me see. I don't know what y'all put for May 31st. I do not know what that means. What will happen if I don't have my 1099 and file a return? If you don't have all your documents and you file a return, nothing. You can just file your taxes. If your documents come in later, then you can do an amendment. Most time, if it's a little bit, you'll find that sometimes they'll tell you to put it on another year's return, well, basically put it on another year's return. I'm not going to say discard it, but you can put it on another year's return. But if it's a large amount, you would want to file it correctly and put it on your right years, because you're going to mess up your tax bracket for the coming year if you file it on another year. So we would like y'all to wait, okay? Because it becomes a mess to have to go back and amend that. Plus, the IRS doesn't want to have to deal with fixing your taxes and delaying your refund, because that's what's going to happen, okay? It says, do you need a letter that you received the credit? You don't need a letter, but you should have one if you don't know the information. All right, what's the information for the medical bills? Oh, good one. And Miss Robin Ann is on here, and she did do it, and we did and I did post all of her little medical collections. But okay, if you are under the federal poverty line, basically if you feel like you are low income or broke, you struggling to make ends meet, you have a right to go to your hospital that is currently saying that you owe them, and you can ask them if they are a nonprofit. Usually they are, at least 90 some odd percent. If they are, they have to offer you a sliding scale, meaning you can get your medical bills adjusted down, or adjusted down, hopefully, to your income level, so that you don't have to pay as much. This has 100% work, and you can wipe them out completely in a lot of cases. If your income is low enough, they will just say, hey, we will cover it. Don't even worry about it. So thank you, Ms. Robin, for sharing that with me. She actually went down and they got right on it. So you can go right down to your hospital or call the billing department and find out if they're a nonprofit. Tell them you want a sliding scale because you are indigent, you're poor, you're low income, whatever words you feel comfortable using, and get the 50% off, y'all. We want 50% off. Hey, Genterio. Hey, Jay Ingram. Yes, you're late, but thank you for being here. All right. Okay, so thank you, Sandra, for reminding me about the settlement. So I know y'all all love free money. Everybody loves free money. I had somebody tell me today that they just had a check come in the nick of time. So if y'all know I love settlements, okay? So I'm gonna give y'all a little nugget. This is where I go, okay? But I go to this website because you do not have to show proof of purchase. Okay, so majority of the settlements on this page do not require proof of purchase, so you could just go and sign up. Now, I'm not telling y'all to perjure yourselves, okay? I'm not telling you to lie, tell the truth. I have nothing to do with what you do after I give you this website, but all I'm saying is that these checks that are coming in for some people are nice. $12 here, $5 here, 95 over here, 70 over here. It adds up over time, okay? Also, if some of you are following the settlements that I put out, if you get an email saying that you got a settlement that's in a prepaid debit card, that is not a scam. A lot of the companies do not want to waste paper checks, so they are sending you prepaid debit cards. What I would tell you to do is get the prepaid debit card. If you have a smartphone, save it in your wallet on your phone so that you can just use it when you check out. Okay, so now just like you got, sugar daddies in your pocket. Okay, so the website is classaction.org. Okay, so I'm gonna type it over here, but somebody on TikTok, y'all might have to do it. But classaction.org, that is the place to go. And look, I'm telling y'all today because I went there last night. Okay, so you'll see the ones that say no proof of purchase required. I can tell you in total, I think it was almost about, if I had to add it up, maybe $200 in settlements that you can go and claim with no proof of purchase required. Okay, so just don't tell them I sent you. All right, but go there and get you some of that money back in your pocket. All right, Rainer says, any good business loans that you recommend? Working capital 20 to 45 at this time with COVID, people not paying their bills. SBA kind of going away right now. The only way that I can see you getting money, because you can't even go to places like Cabbage. You're going to have to either crowdsource your money through places like, oh gosh, now I got to think of Kiva, KIVA.org. You can go to kiva.org, KIVA.org. That's where you can go and crowdsource money. So they actually do give pretty generous, people actually donate to your cause. The loan amounts are very low. They're like 6%. Or you can actually go to hard money lenders. If you go to a hard money lender, you are going to have to make sure you got bank statements, that you got good credit, that you at least got some accounts payable, because they will give you loans on future, on your invoices. They got different ways you can use, what you got going in your office to make money. But right now, to get a loan, it's kind of difficult right now with this economy. I would say, we would probably have to talk one-on-one about what you needed to find. I mean, I believe in loaning to yourself versus always going to a bank. This is why I think everybody should have whole life insurance, because you can borrow from yourself and you leave out the middleman. It says that the IRS taking refunds this year. Starting May 1st, they will start back taking refunds this year, okay? If you want grants, I put out the grants in my last week's list. So in the link list, Lisa, send me a message and I will send you that list. If you didn't get it, it has all the grants, the big ones. It's a lot of lenders in there, a lot of lenders. Okay. So I have a link that sends you to a lot of places. So it's a lot of places that are doing grants, but I'm going to tell you, you guys got to be mindful. They want you to pay for these grants. I'm not paying for a grant. I'm not. If a grant is $5,000 and I got to pay $20 or $35 to sign up for it, well, basically I'm paying for somebody to get a grant. I'm not doing that. If that's something that you guys want to do, feel free. I'm giving you the information. I'm just not going to do it. If somebody ain't giving it to me based on the strength of what I do, and I can't get you to give that to me for free, then I don't want it. Okay. Let me see. So we talked about Build Back Better, no child tax credit. I hope you guys have requested your free COVID test. I hope you guys are also going to be looking out for your free N95 mask. You need to call your Walgreens or your CVS to see how you can go about getting yours. Okay. It's funny how now they got these masks and they want us to wear them, but hey, they say that's the safer one. So get you some N95 masks. You never know when you're going to need them. Next thing, and I'm gonna look at y'all questions in a minute. IRS is also saying that by this summer, you are going to have a picture. You're going to have to verify yourself, just like you guys are doing with your unemployment. You got to take a picture, say cheese, so they know who you are in order for you to use the IRS website. I don't know why they're doing it with just IRS, but I do believe that it's going to start going that way for the rest of the government. But the IRS is right now the only people that have mentioned it. Social Security, anybody looking to get back into the Social Security office, they do not go back to work until March. All right. Late March, but they will be back to work. I'm thinking, what have they been doing all this time? So they will be back in the office late March. All right. Let me see if y'all ask me anything. Yes, if you want the list, all you got to do is send me a message on Instagram. I will send you my link list. Okay. Says they asking about crypto. Lord knows I'm about to tell. No. So yeah, we ain't asking about crypto yet. It says, thank you very much, Car. I appreciate giving y'all this good information. Let me see if I missed anything else. Just and one last thing, and then y'all can ask whatever y'all want. Y'all just got to be mindful. People are getting sued left and right by these credit card companies. I got a ton of calls today, but I've been getting more and more calls this month. Okay. So credit card companies know that y'all getting y'all tax refunds. Okay. So if you have LVMV funded, Midland funding, or what's the other one with the P? Oh gosh, somebody gonna say it for me. I have three notorious ones: that portfolio recovery. That's it. Portfolio recovery, Midland funding, and LVMV. If you have them on your credit report, this is the time you want to call them and see if they want to settle. Now, if you're not sure, we can set up an appointment. We can talk about it before you do it. But they are taking people to court, y'all. Okay, a lot of people. So, and if you don't believe me, go to your local clerk of court in your area, and all you got to do is look at the small claims court. It's public record, and look at all those creditors. Just look back for the past couple of days, and you will see that courtroom is always packed with people defending a damn credit card bill, preferably Capital One. Okay. All right, so let me see these questions. So they're not taking student loans, manifesting Lady Lynette, until May 1st. So get y'all taxes filed early. All right. Good. You're waiting on yours. Let's see. I did the free COVID test. I'm gonna do the mask next. Good. I'm telling you, y'all better start liking free. Y'all better, because they're gonna start making everything else hard. Thank you, Raina. It was portfolio recovery. I could not think of it. All right. Thank y'all. I'm telling you, portfolio recovery is on y'all. My Instagram is Shamika Saves, just like this. Okay. Also, y'all can go and check out my YouTube. I do have a YouTube page. Okay. I hope to be able to take phone calls. I think that'll be cool. So if y'all want to do something like that, y'all got to let me know. Let's see. It says don't accept the processor papers. Yeah, well, you can't always not accept them. I'm also a processor. I actually will knock on your door and serve you. And you cannot always just say no, because once you let me know that you are who you are, I can drop those papers and you are served. I don't have to put them in your hands. Okay. But if you want to, you need to say, no, this is not that person. Okay. So if you know you owe somebody and your children open the door, if somebody comes and asks for you by your whole name, they need to go, I don't know them, or they don't live here. Okay. That's basically what you need to do. Because once we get an inkling that you are acknowledging that this is your address and that might be you, that's basically all we need. Okay. To know that that's where you live. All right. It says scroll up. We have some questions missed. Okay, let me scroll up. All right, answer the grants. I answered that. So, okay. So you have to know how much money you receive from the stimulus checks before filing your taxes. No, you don't have to know, but it was good if you do know, so that it won't delay your taxes. Thank you, Jay Ingram. So I just got my IRS paper today from the stimulus check payment for my taxes. Good. So you can take that right to your prepare and file. Now you know. Can you go? Y'all said go but read my comment. It's hard for me to go find it. Where y'all at? All right, Ashley, can you still apply for forgiveness if the school's still open? And if so, can you apply if you just finished? You can apply for forgiveness even if you graduated from the school. That doesn't mean the school didn't lie to you. I did a application forgiveness with somebody on Saturday, and although she graduated from the school, she cannot get a job with her dental degree or dental certificate. So yes, you can graduate and still put in for forgiveness. Yes, you can apply for forgiveness if the school is still open. It just makes it harder to prove that the school is doing something, illegal or unethical if they're still open, because they're going to say, well, how is it that you're the only person saying this, but we still got 2,000 people enrolling in school? So yes, you can do it. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay. So I hope I went back up far enough to answer y'all questions. Okay. What's going on with the food stamps? The only thing I can tell you is Florida did not sign up for the extension of the pandemic food EBT. So you or we will not be in Florida seeing the additional money like other states. I was looking on the news and I'm like, damn, these other states are getting all this money for pandemic EBT, and Florida is not, because DeSantis did not sign up for it. Okay. And when they say sign up for it, basically that means that the state is borrowing money that they have to pay the government back. So all he is doing is saying, we don't want y'all money, government. My state is fine. They're not hungry, and y'all can keep y'all money. Basically, that's what he did. Now, whether we agree or disagree, I'm just letting you know how it goes. Okay. Have you ever been afraid of serving? I was recently given an opportunity to do so. Of course, I'm always, it's always scary to go and serve people, because you just don't know in what mood that they are in. I have a trick for that. But I actually can split my fee with someone else that, but we could talk about that later, Renner. I ain't gonna get into that too much, but yes, it is scary going out there serving people, especially right now. And if you serve, you can't carry, which is crazy too. All right, so it says, can I file my taxes with only unemployment, income taxes taken out, for dependents? Well, yeah, absolutely. I had somebody file taxes today and she didn't even have any taxes taken out. Her tax refund was $0. And she was very happy. And she says, I file every year, although I know it's $0. Because her income is below the threshold, she's on Social Security. She says, I file every year just because I wanted on record that I filed my taxes. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can file even though you don't have any taxes to pay and you don't have any taxes to receive. So in your case, Samantha, yes, you can file taxes. Although you just have unemployment. Your kids are your credits. That's your money. Your children are the money. It says, what if you are still in school? I answered that one already. What can the EIDL loan be used for? Well, there is no more EIDL loan, but it should only be used for business expenses, not like these people that I'm reading in these cases that are using them to go and buy Lamborghinis and Rolex watches. Duh, that's stupid. And you know, it's a paper trail. Okay, it says, are we getting back more money in tax returns? I see some people put in that they're getting 15 to 23. So I'm going to tell you, so far, the largest return that I have gotten is 13,000. And that was just today. And this individual had 3 kids, and she barely made any money. Okay, so that's the largest. So I am going to say, Jay Ingram, that yes, this year tax refunds will be larger. But that's because these are the only time you're going to get these credits again. There are, this child tax credit, these extra, how it's done. It may not be this amount next year. It may not. It may. We don't know because it has not been. I don't believe it's etched in stone because it was in this Build Back Better bill. So we have to still wait to see if we're going to continue to see it at 3,600 or 3,000. It may stay at 3,000, but I don't know about the 3,600. That may change. Okay. But also with these tax returns being this high, please don't get that tax return envy and think that somebody is doing something wrong on yours. Maybe your tax preparer is actually legal and the other person is lying. Okay, it is very possible. Okay, if you know how to manipulate tax returns, and I mean past Schedule C's, you can make numbers pop up. Okay, but that doesn't mean that that's what you need to do, because you can't defend that to the IRS if they call and ask you questions. And a lot of y'all tax preparers are going to run off once they get that $2,000 that they're charging you. And yes, I said $2,000 because somebody told me today that they paid $2,000 to their tax preparer, and I almost hit the floor. I can't believe you're allowing yourself to get ripped off like that. It's a shame. Okay. Hold on. It says, if a parent that signs for student loans, if you are a parent that signs for student loans, can you file for forgiveness? Parents can't file for forgiveness. Only the student can. But if the parent took out the loan on a Parent Plus doesn't have forgiveness programs. You can only put them in bankruptcy, or you can put them in a income repayment plan. So you can consolidate Parent Plus loans into a lower payment plan or discard them in bankruptcy. All right. Yes, you need to schedule a call, Raina. We can talk. I'll tell you some things, girl. We can't talk everything on this live. Okay. That's running high. Okay. I missed the free masks. Nope. The free masks are on their way to your local CVS's and Walgreens, honey. They have not made it there. I'm going to be first one in line and probably going to get back in line a couple more times for my family members. Okay. It says, I have 3 kids and took them out so they can take away more. Will they give it back or will I pay? If I have 3 kids and took them out so they can take away more, will they give it back? And I'm assuming you're talking about on your W-4. If I have 3 kids and took them out, I guess, okay, maybe you're talking about the child tax credit. If you did not get paid for your children on child tax credit, you'll get that back this tax season. And if you're talking about on your W-4, I'm not sure if that's what you are talking about. You can't take out for them anymore on W-4. They don't let you do exemptions. Free computer information. You can go to humanit.org. That's one of them. I also, I said I was going to make that video last week and I didn't do it. So I guess I'll go ahead and make that TikTok video so y'all can see the long list of places that are doing the computers. Okay. But right now you can go to humanit.org and get you one. All right. That's up to my sister. She's in trouble now because the tax preparer lied on the return to get my money. Yeah, it happens all the time. I'm telling you, I have people, and I'm not gonna say who they are because they're watching, but they have talked to me, and it's sad how tax preparers will hike up your tax return and you happy with them because you don't care. You, I'm going to get 15,000. Okay, but then you get that letter in the mail and then you can't get them on the phone. They done blocked you. They done moved. The office closed. They moved to Georgia like everybody else. Okay, so we can't be going all out like that. We got to be smarter, and you got to be able to defend your tax return. Okay, so if you say you made $500 cutting hair, and that's what y'all put on your tax return, I'm gonna need you to study that tax return so you can say the same lie that they told on them documents. Facts. Okay, I'm just saying. And then I'm gonna let y'all go because we are at 8. So let me just see what else we got. What do I charge to fill out the borrower's defense? I charge $80. We go through it. I'll tell you a quick way to go through the form. I found something online that we can cut and paste, okay? But that's my thing. Okay, that's so if you want it, hit me up. Says Christopher says, I don't have portfolio on my credit, but they are sending me a letter in the mail. I would not be surprised they're sending you a letter. They probably done bought something. Also, and this is my last thing. Somebody just told me Saturday, check your credit reports also. She had Navient loans, and all of her Navient loans have now turned to reporting derogatory, although she is not late. They just sold to the other company, Aid Advantage, but instead of saying that they transferred and zeroing out those loans have now all reported derogatory, and her score dropped a ridiculous amount, and she is not happy. And basically, there is nothing that you could do other than dispute. Didn't I say dispute 2 weeks ago? I said dispute 2 weeks ago. All right. So please pay attention to your credit. If your score drops, there's really nothing that you can do at the moment. You're just gonna have to dispute and hit me up, and we'll find ways to bring that score back up for what it dropped. Says my sister only wanted the stimulus money. She put my sister was self-employed. Yeah, because she was trying to get her extra money. She was trying to do the hookup, but you got to make sure the person is in agreement. That's the problem. It says, and my sister didn't know until SSI sent her a letter. Yes. And then you're messing up your Social Security money because you're putting down that you got a job and you didn't even talk to the person. That's why you can't just let anybody do your taxes just because they'll get you a high number back. You don't know what they're doing. They could put that you hang upside down on a pole with one toe in your mouth, and an IRS call you and you don't know what to say. So let's not do that, okay? Says, do my 17-year-old have to file taxes? They don't have to. You can file them on their taxes. You can file them on your own taxes. So no, they don't. How do I file unemployment taxes from last year? You should probably do an amendment from last year if you did not file them on this year. And it doesn't matter if you owe. If you guys owe, that's okay. The IRS won't get around to sending you a bill for probably 7-8 months. Okay. Will I owe a lot of money if I do Instacart? No, not if you take out taxes. You can do OnlyFans. Any of these side jobs y'all have, y'all gonna have to pay taxes on it. And the only way you're gonna get money and not pay taxes is if somebody pays you in cash. But nobody pays people in cash that much anymore. So you are going to, and I said this last week, if you're gonna keep on with your side hustles, then you need to upgrade your side hustle into a business so that you can have write-offs, so that you can keep your money in your pocket versus having to worry about IRS sending you a 1099 saying, not the IRS or Cash App, but one of them sending you a 1099, saying you got to report all this. See, rich people don't run when they get those 1099s. You know what they do? They go, I'm gonna give it to my tax preparer because I know I got all my business straight. I know my finances are straight and my taxes are straight. So I know that this bill, I'm not even gonna owe anything. Look at Jeff Bezos. He's the richest man in the world. He doesn't pay $1 in taxes. And I'm not mad at him at all because he is completely legal. He is within his right not to pay any taxes. Why? Because the law says nobody, not just rich people, us too, nobody should pay any more taxes than they are required to do so. So as long as you can fill out your paperwork right, then you don't have to pay no taxes either. And you get to keep all your money. But see, they have us thinking you need a refund, and that shows you got something. No, you don't. Most wealthy people are just happy that they don't owe. They don't receive refunds. Only poor people, I'm not gonna say only, but a majority of low income and poor people receive refunds because in your mind, you think that's what you're supposed to get. So I'm trying to retrain you guys to think, don't be super happy every February or March because you got a high tax refund. That means you paid too much unless you have children. Okay. If you got dependents, you're fine. But if you somebody single, no kids like myself, and you got these high returns, something might be wrong. And the IRS is going to start looking at you just like that. Okay. So, all right. Dwight, I don't charge $2,000. I can tell you that. I'm a $300 and $500 girl. Okay, so I don't have no problem talking about my prices. I want to know how many other tax preparers can come on live and talk about their prices, because I ain't shaming mine. Okay, so and we do advances at the office. Okay, and we take taxes 50 states, and we do taxes for the elderly for free. All right, it says if my son turns 19 and a half, can I still file for him for his last year? You can still file for him. You don't really get much for him. You're just going to get a little bit of earned income tax credit. But yes, you can claim him if he's still in school. He's still living with you, then absolutely. Can she report her for fraud? She can report more than likely that's what she's going to have to do anyway, because once she starts getting questioned by the IRS tax agent, the tax person, or the taxpayer, excuse me, will always sell out the tax preparer. So that's why I tell tax preparers, don't stick your neck out for taxpayers, because when it all comes down to it, if you did a Schedule C for that person and they get audited, you're the one that's in trouble, not them. They may have to owe money, but you may lose your right to file taxes, and that's worse, okay? Because that messes up future money, all right? So, all right, last one. If you are doing Instacart or DoorDash, how do you turn that into a business? Well, when you do Instacart or DoorDash, I would have to look that up to see if they would allow you to be hired as a corporation or an LLC. If not, you can still be hired as a 1099 self-employed person. So if you do Instacart or DoorDash and that is your side hustle, you are a sole proprietor, and that is your business. So what I would tell you to do is, since that's what you're going to do, you need to go and get you an EIN number. And then when you fill out your W-9, your paperwork with Instacart, you do a W-9. So when you get your W-9 paperwork to get paid, instead of putting down your social, you will put down your EIN. That means that you are filing more so like a business, a sole proprietor, as a business owner, because only businesses should use EINs and individuals use SSNs. Okay, so that would be how you would do it, because I'm not sure that Instacart will hire you as a LLC. Okay. You can still get one if you want to. I don't like people being sole proprietors forever, because you can't get business credit, and and you could get sued and all that good stuff. So I'm just letting y'all know, Instacart and DoorDash and Uber and Lyft, those are side hustles, but they will never be businesses because they're not your own. So those will always just be side hustles. When I say upgrade your side hustles into a business, I mean, if you do hair, you cut hair, you do babysitting, you drive people, something that you control. But if you work for someone, although you are a 1099 employee, you are self-employed, you still don't get to do everything that you want to, because you fall under someone else. All right. So I'm just going to check to see if I got anything left. It says I haven't filed in 5 years. Can I use TurboTax? Yes, you can use TurboTax. That's completely fine. But if you don't have a lot of money, please go use Free Tax USA, or go one of those free websites. I like TurboTax, but right now they're cheap, but in a couple more weeks, they're going to raise their prices. And next thing you know, you might as well went to a tax preparer with the prices that they charge. Okay. How many children can you claim? I know somebody was going to ask that. I'm going to go over this real quick. You can claim 3 max for the earned income tax credit. You can claim 2 max for the child and dependent care credit. It's unlimited for the child tax credit. Okay. Unlimited. So that's how you can decide how you want to file. 3 for earned income tax, 2 for child and dependent care, and unlimited for the child tax credit. Yes, I do tax for people in any state. If you want that dispute letter for Navient, I do have the letter. You will need to send me a link on Instagram. Also, if you want your taxes done by me, you can also send me a link on Instagram, and I will send you my link so that you can upload your documents. I have been doing taxes by phone all day long today. Yes, Robert Ann, I'm going to talk to you. I want to hear your good news. TurboTax is a little sneaky, but I like them. And it says, I got my paperwork straight. I will text you tomorrow. Woo, text me tomorrow. Collectors are not garnishing taxes. Only the treasurer will be garnishing taxes. That's on May 1st. And what's the max amount a self-employed contractor can make annually? You can make as much as you want to make. It's how much do you want to pay in taxes is the question. You need to book me for taxes, and you can ask me all those questions. All right. So I am done for the night. It is 8:09. Thank y'all for hanging out. I tried to go over everything that I could. Y'all know an hour creeps up real fast. So again, if you haven't followed or shared or liked or any of those things, please do. If you need a consultation, you got questions about business, you got questions about credit, you got questions about your taxes, you can come and ask me questions. Please pay me for my time. Thank you, because I do run a business. Okay. Let me see what else I'm gonna say. Make sure you do review your taxes, if at all possible, to make sure that you are not putting in information that is wrong, so that you do not delay your taxes. Please also make sure you take advantage of all the government programs. And if you don't know what they are, then that means you need to send me a link, a message in Instagram. Matter of fact, just send me your email on Instagram and I will send you my link list. I do try to keep it updated. There is Georgia. If anybody's in Georgia, they have opened up the homeowner assistance program. So if you live in Georgia, they are now taking applications for the homeowner assistance program. If y'all got something y'all want to see me talk about, a video you want to see me do, please send me a message. I can't be great without y'all, so I appreciate you guys' support, and I will see you next Wednesday. If not, I hope to have an appointment and talk to y'all, some of y'all, tomorrow or this week. Okay, so until next Monday. Yes, if you cannot find me, you can just type Shamika Saves anywhere and you will find me on the internet. Okay, I'm Google certified now, baby. Okay, so yes, and you'll see my contact information. I answer my phone all times of night. Y'all know I'm a night owl, and now I'm gonna go read to see I can bring y'all some more stuff next week. Okay, so y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Good night.